All right. I need to change that that comic out. That does need to change. How's everyone doing? To be here. A lot of stuff to discuss with everyone. I do want to move this over just a little bit. That out. Perfect. Awesome. Let's go. Dude, there's a lot to talk about today. And actually, speaking of that, I need to update this. Whoop. Not it. There it is. Okay. Awesome. How's everyone doing? Okay. Now does it work? There we go. Veve Wheels, what's up, dude? Let's freaking go. Yeah, dude, I'm stoked. Got my energy drink going. This time I'm gonna have to be strict about that like hour and a half rule of streaming. No more like 2-hour streams and stuff. It's taking up kind of too much of my night. Slider, what's up? Glad to have you here. I've been seeing you all around, Slider, all over the place. I like it. Let me check one more thing on my phone, then we'll kind of jump into things. All right. All right, awesome. Okay, cool. All right, we're good. Just making sure of a couple things. Go, Tom Shockley. How you doing? Veve dropped the ball on the Dragon Girl drop. They could have been a huge success if they gave it to the set holders. Potentially. I don't know. Who knows what Veve and Tokidoki wrote in their contract about Dragon Girls or whatever it is. It seems like there was a big break, right? I mean, the last ones that were released were like 3 years ago. So I think it's more than likely they just probably had a contract that lasted, you know, these X amount of drops, and we just started getting Tokidoki again ever since New York Comic Con, right? Like that's the first time we got a Tokidoki thing in a while. And then we got another one. So who knows? I'm not sure if it's someone's like Veve dropped the ball, or it's like maybe the licensor doesn't want to do that. Like, who knows? But, you know, at the same time, I'm sure they'll get more in secondary sales, but like in the short term, like airdropping digital collectibles to people that own them is not going to generate more revenue in like the immediate. That's why they want like actual sales in the store and people to like buy them and all that stuff. So I don't know. Part of it also going to just be gathering data too. Who knows? That's why it's like, you know, I think it's a good question to ask. Like, what was Veve thinking? Was licensor thinking and all that stuff? But at that point, it's like we just don't know anything. Like, was it Vivi's fault? Was it the licensor's fault? Did the idea never come up? Or maybe they pitched it and it cost too much? Like, who knows? But I think that's good enough. Okay, there we go. Cool. Hope everyone is doing well. I do want to look up one other thing. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, there's a lot to talk about today. First off, I don't know if you guys saw, I'm going to pull it up right now. I'm sure most of you already know. I mean, it's in the thumbnail and everything. But Veve's post, I'm going to share my screen here. Veve's post about the Team Parker. So I don't really watch boxing or UFC or anything like that. I heard of a few names like here and there. This guy seems like really legit. I mean, he's been undefeated and won championship, like all that stuff. Like yeah, that's insane. That's really, really cool. Also, it says Veve on the gloves. Like, that's really cool. But I want to talk about this. So they announced music, right? And it's called Veve Vibes. A few people like tagged me in it. They're like, oh, it's Veve Vibes, like your thing there. Cause I mean, yeah, it says Veve Vibes in the bottom right. Now I changed my name like 2 months-ish ago, probably around that. Yeah, kind of towards the beginning of this year, maybe right before the new year started. Um, I, it's not like like nothing actually happened. I just wanted to change my name, to be honest. And I just knew I couldn't keep it as like Veve vibes, because I'm like, well, eventually Veve, just maybe even not even like the actual phrase Veve vibes, but just the word Veve, they're like, hey, we can't use that anymore, whatever it is. So I kind of avoided that. It just so happened that the whole music vertical is going to be called Vibes, which is kind of cool. So Vibes, you went for the latest Mighty drop? I did. So we'll get into that here in a second. I'm just gonna finish up on this. I mean, I don't have a lot of thoughts on it. We'll talk about the drops and then we'll talk about the Mighty drop, because I agree. Mighty drop was pretty interesting. I feel like I did pretty well. I kind of wish I sold some more stuff sooner, but I'll talk about what I did for that drop. My God, sorry for the flashbang. Yeah, this is all the Medium article stuff for the Jukebox drop. I think this is going to do very well. I mean, if you have to own one of these to play the music, like, this is going to end up doing very well. It's the first music vertical, all that stuff. It's one of those things where I'm looking at it and there's 4,444 mints, so it's not scarce, but it's not a ton either. So it's one of those things where it's like, I can easily see this thing like, all right, hovering around like 55, 60 gems, but then again, I can also see where it's like hovering around like 150, just because people are like, music vertical, a whole new pillar for even just Veve, right? So music, all that stuff. Jukebox first, it has a lot of first, like, in a way, to its name, and so a lot of people might just stack it for that reason. So I think the Jukebox is going to do fantastic. So like I said, in a weird world, like, I could see this being around like 60 gems, because like, it's still, 3x or 4x the price, right? And 4,444 is like scarce, but not insanely scarce, right? And it also plays music, so it has that utility. It just looks cool. So it has all that going for it. But then again, I can also see a world where it pushes to like 120, 150, just because whales are like, yeah, I should probably buy like 100 of these, just because I should. They might. So maybe if it's below a certain price. And of course, the records are really cool. So we have the common, ultra rare. I really like the art on the ultra rare. It's actually pretty insane. It's kind of hard to see through the stream, but and I actually like this art too. I like the art on both albums. This one's probably, weirdly enough, my least favorite, but it is the secret rare, 200 mints. That's going to do incredibly well. Me personally, I'm not going to use MCP points for the record itself, just because, I mean, there's actually less of these than there are of the Jukebox. I thought about using them for the Jukebox, but my MCP points, I feel like you could be relatively safe without using MCP points, but if you're kind of doubting it, maybe just bet the minimum, and that might get you in. But at least for these records, I don't know, I haven't put much thought into it. 7 gems is super cheap. I mean, it's a comic, right? But now that I look at it, there's 2,000 editions between all 3 records. So might be worth it to spend MCP, but I really don't like using MCP for blind box stuff, just because you're paying MCP points for a chance at a secret rare or whatever. This will probably go for high. I think these will all go for higher, so maybe it is worth using the MCP points, because these records, these are pretty big deal for Veve. I kind of forget about this is a whole new vertical, like music, first vertical drop, whatever, first music drop, whatever it is. So so maybe it's actually worth spending MCP points for both drops. We'll see. Might kind of come down to a game time decision, but this doesn't drop until when? Saturday. So we got, you got 5 days to figure it out on how much you're gonna put in and all that stuff. So Adro, what's up, dude? What's good? Slider says, I agree. I think it'll do well, first of its kind on Veve. Yeah, music is gonna do great. Plus, like, if there's anyone that's gonna bring a lot of utility to their collectibles, it's gonna be Ron English, right? He's done a bunch of, he's one of the first, I think he was like the first or one of the first IPs to do an airdrop, right? Didn't he do one for like serial killers and some other stuff? Or is that Ron English? Serial killers? I don't think so. Well, anyway, independent artist, but Ron English has been talking for like almost 2 years, right? About this Delusionville and the Veve verse, and how he's gonna like, hey, you should like, have the mogul the mogul heads. Is that what they're called? Mogul heads or whatever. The mogul grin. That's what it is. Mogul grin. Collectibles. You might get access to like having the music, all the stuff, like if you want that kind of utility or be in that kind of community, then yeah, you should probably grab this stuff. Juju's pumped for I don't know why I read it as like juice box first. So it's like jukebox and music. Yeah, it's gonna be sick. I'm really looking forward to like where the music vertical goes. I really hope this isn't just a one-off thing with Ron English, just because all right, he's an independent artist and this music, like, it's not overly licensed and you have to pay and there's so much red tape around it. He's an independent artist, so it's a bit easier to secure this, but who knows, maybe this opens up the whole door to music and maybe we'll get like 10 or 15 more music drops between now and the end of the year. It could happen. Uncle Campa says, hi fam? Question mark? What's up, dude? I'm stoked for the music. You know what? Initially when I saw this, I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. But the more of like, I'm actually talking it out with you guys, I'm like, all right, this is actually pretty good. Because originally I was like, all right, I'm not going to use any MCP points. I'm just going to go for both drops, see what happens. Maybe I'll buy some of the secondary. But the more I'm like, oh yeah, this is like a new vertical. This is a cool thing. You might use MCP points for both drops. You'll have an easier chance of getting the jukebox just because there's more mints. But for the records, I think the records are going to do very well. There might be some people that are going to sell this for below 7, but I do think this will blow past 7 like shortly after. It's one of those things where like as you're watching the floor go down, you're like, wait, dude, are people really flooring these for like 5-6 gems? It'll go down and then maybe it'll go back up. I think the big thing for this is that it's an FA for a lot of stuff. So I do think even just having a copy of the original, right? It literally says original there. That'd be cool. Tom says, interested to see how the music works. So I'm guessing they'll have to bring on artist by artist, athlete by athlete, no licenses yet. Yeah, that's kind of what I was figuring too. Like they have to do this on a very individual basis if they want to continue this music thing. So we'll see. D'Angelo, the physicist, are you going to go for the drop? Yeah, of course. I'm definitely going to go for this. It's a new thing. I actually kind of like the way that the jukebox looks. Some of the colors look a little like oversaturated. I know it's supposed to go for like a kind of a cartoony look, or it's almost like early 2000s or like late 1990s, like CGI, where everything's like super bright and like the shading and lighting seems a bit weird on like metallic objects. I think it's gonna do fantastic. So yeah, I actually might end up using MCP points for both. If I had to pick only one, I would use it for the records, but I do think because the new vertical, this is gonna do very well. There's that, and then also we'll look at the boxing glove. I'll be honest, I don't know anything about boxing. I'm sure I've heard of this athlete. I'm sure I've heard of this guy beforehand. It doesn't sound Joseph Parker. It sounds familiar, and I'm sure he has like an amazing bio. I don't want to read the whole thing. You guys have like the link to the article, but this is super cool. I mean, it says Veve on the gloves, has the signature. It's not FA signature, right? Because technically, Matt. Is it Growing? I keep forgetting his last name. The Simpson guy. He actually has the first autograph on like Veve, technically, right? But no, this is super cool. This is another vertical for sports. 20 gems, 825 of the ultra rare gloves. And then another 825. I guess they're both ultra rare. Yeah, they're both ultra rare. This picture. Unfortunately, I think the picture is not going to do as well as the boxing. I think people just want the gloves like as the shelf thing, or it just looks super cool. So unfortunately, I don't think the poster is going to do as well, but I could be wrong. Who knows? And then, yeah, the golden gloves look really awesome. 342 editions, 20 gems. 20 gems is like actually like a perfect price point. Maybe one could argue like 15, but I think 20 is actually fine. Yeah, I think 20 is fine for this. And this is one where I could definitely see some people doing some MCP point burning on this, because there's less than 2,000 of these. Yeah, there's less than 2,000 of like all three of these combined. So Pixel Trader says going all in MCP on FA vibes drop. Yeah, dude, that's true. Veve vibes, dude. A lot of people were. Let me see if I can find the post. I think this is it right here. Yeah, someone, this guy tagged me. He's like, Veve vibes. That's me, and see him just backing into the thing. I was trying to find like a good meme or like GIF to go with that, but I just couldn't. But I just said definitely digging the vibes. So like I said, like Veve, like no one I just knew I wanted to change my name. I was just like, I should probably change my name. I don't want to keep Veve in my name just because A, for potential issues in the future, and B, like just because I want to talk about other stuff other than Veve occasionally. So which isn't Blind Box. Oh, is this not Blind Box? Oh, it's 20 for each. It's not Blind Box. Interesting. Okay, so you get to pick what you want on this one. Oh man, dude, this is gonna be interesting. If you just pick what you want, there's definitely going to be a big battle for the Golden Gloves for burning MCP points for sure. A lot of people are going to be burning for this one. I don't know about the other two drops, but at least for the Golden Boxing Gloves. Oh yeah, you can. A lot of music. The catalog of songs are held by the record company, so I think it depends on the contracts and artists. So Veve could get a record company to sign on. That would be big. Yeah, that would be huge. I'm not familiar at all with like the whole music industry and how that works, but it sounds about right. Big A says good evening vibes. Good evening vibes. Missed being first. It happens, dude. It's all right. I get it. Someone else covered for you. I think it was Veve Wheels. Yeah, Veve Wheels was in here earlier. He was the first one. Fun under the sun. What's up, guys? Is there any collectible other than the cards that would have the word Veve on it? I think there's a few. So there's the gloves here, the cards. There is the other Ron English one. It's like the big rabbit looking thing. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? It looks like a Megazord. Yeah, this one. I don't know if that actually has the word Veve on it, does it? Oh, it does on its. Huh. All right, cover your eyes. I'm gonna flashbang you. Oh. It's on the rocket, which is actually really cool. I never noticed that. Made with Unity. You guys see that little like, I forgot what they call that. Like a Veve there, XK5. Yeah, you can kind of see it. It's hard to see, but it does say Veve on the rocket, which is really cool. So there's there. I think there's I could have sworn there was another collectible or two that has the word Veve on it. I think some of the oh my gosh, doesn't one of the cards yeah, like one of the house of cards, I thought these say Veve on the back. I'm just gonna grab a random one. I'm just gonna grab a Harriet Tubman. I think these say Veve on the back, like towards the bottom, or no, it's at the bottom and the front. Yeah, you can see. I mean, it's so small. I'm just trying to think of anything that has like the word Veve on it. There's a few collectibles, but ones where it's like in plain sight and very obvious, like the card or on the boxing gloves. I think those, yeah, those would be the only two. Jimbo Lee Lingo, what's up? Hello, Master Vibes, Mr. Lingo, or Mr. Lee, whichever one you go by. This Jukebox a record solution filled team Parker stuff is hella exciting. Let's go. Yeah, dude, it's I wish I could appreciate the boxing or like the parks or like boxing stuff more, but I just not familiar with it. So I'm glad there's some, and that's the other thing too, FA Sports, all that stuff arguably. So and that's another huge deal for the boxing gloves. Big A says congrats on that SR the other day. I think it was a mighty drop. I got the SR, and actually thanks for reminding me. Someone asked me earlier about if I was going for, someone asked me on if I went for the mighty drop, and then someone also asked me a different question, but I can't remember. So I did, long story short, I did go for the mighty drop. I actually ended up landing a 3-digit Iron Man. Let me zoom in here. Got a 3-digit Iron Man, which is okay. I was like, all right, might as well keep it. But I knew for a fact people were going to start flooring Doctor Strange's for like well below floor. I bought 10. I sold 3 so far for profit. I still have more to sell, but the prices are already starting to pull back a bit. I don't know if it's because we're getting sports and Delusionville and like all this stuff that like people are not buying as much. But I bought most of these Doctor Stranges for anywhere between like 10 to 15 gems. Like this one I paid $12.25 for. Like while everyone was thinking about Black Panther, and arguably like, at the price of Black Panther right now, it might have been worth just to like, because I had like a little over 100 gems. I think like 120 gems, and so I just rolled the dice once, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna just stack Doctor Stranges and just sell them for profit. But dude, Black Panther is going for like an insane amount right now. I think it's almost 1,000. All results. This one. Yeah, dude, it's almost at 1,000. I'm like, dude, maybe I should have just pressed the button, you know, 10 times instead of buying Doctor Stranges or whatever. But there was really no way to tell. So, all right, let me catch up with chat. Chat is actually moving. Sorry, I wished it was not blind box. It is blind box. I just want to use 1 million points and something. Ah, okay. I see what you mean. So it is blind box. Maybe I should actually read the article. I just believe you. Whatever Michael Campos says, I just believe, you know? That's the way it works. Slider says those gold gloves are going to have the whales burning a lot of MCP points. Yep, at least Michael Campa wants to. He wants to have the option to guarantee it, right? But he can't. He can guarantee he gets the blind box, but not the golden gloves. So I actually like, I think Veve, for a drop or two, like the gloves, they need to let it not be blind box and let people A, pick what they want, right? And B, use their MCP points. Like let the whales get what they want and secure it, right? Instead of having to spit the gems up. And it's a second currency, right? Like MCP is like a second currency you can use to get what you want. So do that more. The skateboards. Oh yeah, the skateboards too. Yeah. Look at those super quick. Yeah, I said skateboard Veve search party. Let's go. Show all results. Is it 2 words? Where's the? I know what you mean. The skateboards. I know what you mean. I think those two have the Veve logo as well. Very good move. Yeah, I just grabbed a bunch of Doctor Stranges. I still have more to sell, but the price is getting... Where's the one? There's like 2 I spent 10 gems on. Okay, so I spent like 15 on this one. 13 on that one. I think I sold some of my 10s. Yeah, 15 there. Oh, there's one. I got this one for 10. There's another one I got for 10. I'm surprised I sniped it because I was getting captured incessantly when I was trying to buy them on the market. It was so annoying. But the Veve just in the name, not in the collectible. Okay, gotcha. Like Black Panther at 1K is not even close to worth that. Expect it will dump after a pump and dump manipulation moves to the next thing. I agree. I think it's 1,000 seems a bit high. I mean, there's no other. It's not FA. I get it's super scarce. Don't get me wrong. I know it also has the lower. I would understand if the ones that were sub 41 mint, right, were over 1,000. Totally understandable. But like floor mints, ones that are like mint number 203 or something random, like I don't know if that should be going for 1K. I think just because so few in the market, it could be getting manipulated, but who knows. You know what, I'm kind of curious. We're gonna look it up here really quick and just see how much like movement's actually happening. Black Panther, give me the collectibles. And just search. There it is. Hold on one sec. Yeah, man. You guys get to look at my face for a second. I apologize. There we go. There it is. All right. Now we got it going. Yeah, there's a lot of purchases today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, dude, there's one sub 41 got bought. We don't know the price, but all we see is that someone bought a mint number 34. Mint 71. Yeah, dude, there's a lot of purchases going on. Who has the most? Who is this guy? 23 Black Panthers. And there's Jimbo Lee Lingo. Let's go, dude. You got 6 of them? Congrats. Dude, I know this guy. I think you guys can see that. I know this guy. We all know this guy. But this guy at the top, I don't know who that is. Number 34, one for 9.99. Wow, dude, 1K. See, that I understand. If it's a it's a sub typical public mint, like a sub 41, I totally understand that. But like a floor mint going for 1,000, I think that's a bit high, in my opinion. Which villains do you think will drop next Mighty Drop? Fantastic question, and I'm actually gonna make a note. Villain Mighties. That's a very good question. I want to nerd out a bit on that, but not this second. I want to keep on this train of thought because you guys know me. I just jump all over the place. I'm like, oh, that looks cool. That looks cool. So that's a fantastic question. I do want to answer it. Saw you got the Stargate. Yes. So I did get the SR on the Stargate drop. I got mint number 89. To be honest, I floored that thing probably within 15 minutes of getting it. I did take a couple pictures and stuff, but I like Stargate a lot, but I just like the gems more, and I'd rather stack Doctor Strangers and slowly sell them off like I did before. So I sold it for 120, I think, and at the time it was a little bit above floor. I did see it ran up to like 140 for a little bit, but now I think now it's at like 85 is the floor mint. So Black Panther Mighty was mostly bought by one person who sold Waltz for gems. Wow. Okay. Someone owns 22. Yeah, that's what we're looking at right now. Wow, look at this. These are all purchases today. He bought a Walt, 2 Black Panthers, another Walt, 5 more Black Panthers, another Walt. This all happened today. And so he's selling, okay, he's selling Waltz to buy Black Panthers. Interesting. This happened yesterday. Has this been just going on ever since this has been dropping? Yesterday. More yesterday. More Black Panthers, more Iron Mans. Yeah, this dude, yeah, dude, you're right. 100%. Pixel Trader, you're 100% right. Yeah, this dude is just selling Waltz. Dude, that's what some people were using Todd's as a long time ago. Just because there's so many mints, right? There's quite a few. People were just using Todd's as like, all right, now's the time to sell a Todd and buy 27 of whatever's going to drop next, right? Or in this case, for this guy, it's Waltz. Yeah, this dude has been doing nothing but buying this. If I would have landed Black Panther, I would have floor it at 900 and buy back at 3. Good call. That's a free, you take the 600 gems for free, right? We take those. This is like that whole Luke SR pump and dump. Yeah, I mean, not financial advice at all, but unless you're absolutely in love with Black Panther, or if you're holding it now just for the sake of gems, not a terrible time. Sell. But not financial advice, of course. Fun under the sun. That's low mint Mick. Okay, I figured it was someone I've heard of. It's not showing up because he hasn't. I think you actually have to sign up for Stacker, and you have to like give your your Twitter account, and they connect you with your Twitter account and all that stuff. So that's probably why, because low mint Rick, low mint. See, why I keep saying Rick? Low mint Mick doing it. I just got my 1 Black Panther, and I know I should sell it, but I want it. I just got my 1 Black Panther, and I know I should sell, but I want, dude, if you want it, dude, just keep it if you want it. But we all know it's better to floor it now and buy it later. I'm just saying. No, I'm just kidding. Let's go, Master Jimbo. Yes, sir. Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Black Panthers are great. Sorry, Jimbo, wasn't trying to find your bags. Yep, he sold 5 Waltz for those. Yeah, that is insane. When I saw Veve's tweet, I thought you did a collab for them for a second because it's called Veve Vibes. Dude, never. I would know nothing about music. I'm the worst person to approach about like music or any of that stuff. It's just funny that it happened. I just wanted to change my name. I was wondering, I'm like, are people gonna think I talked with Veve? But like, no, there's no, nothing was there. But you know, actually, you know what? Matter of fact, Alex reached out to me personally. We collabed. We made a couple mixtapes. We actually did a collab with Machine Gun Kelly and someone else. I don't know. How many waltz does that guy have? Let's check it out. He's probably up here at the top. I think that's him, right? No, let's go back. BDD 65. Well, I can't see here, but less than 12. Let's say that. Less than 12. That's all he has left. Dr. Prophet's happy with his 400 waltz. He's keeping a nice even number. Keeping him balanced as all things should be. He had 10. Okay. So now he has less. Now it probably sounds like he has 6 or 5. What do you think partner statue will be worth in far future? What's up, Tin? Horvat. I don't know, the timeline. Hey, can't wait for the bull run. Yeah, dude, it's impossible to tell. You know, without knowing a timeline. There's so many verticals and stuff that can happen. We'll hit its all-time high this bull run. I don't know, I think a lot of things would have to go. I mean, in order for Walt to get back up to what, like 50K, which was his all-time high. Right now it's at 2,400. I mean, at that point, it's gonna have to do what, an 8x? No, more than that? No, something like that. It's gonna have to do quite a bit to do that, to get back up to 50K. So happen this bull run? Probably not, but we'll see. But your bags didn't know Jimbo had 5 Black Panthers? Yep. As long as Veve doesn't release a 150 mint release of a Mighty, he has gay control over Mighties. That's true. It's very true. Yeah, he's basically the bottleneck, right? And so he can kind of definitely throw his body around and dictate what he wants. And so if he owns 20 of them, or 22 of them, I mean, that's 10% of the supply, right? Yeah, 23. Did he just buy another one while we were talking and this updated? Or was it always 23? Yeah, I mean, he owns now more than 10% of the supply, so, or just about. Agreed, Master Campe. He has 10 or so. Greetings from Croatia. What's up, dude? Yeah, without knowing like a timeline or anything like that, it's hard to say. I'm kind of, yeah, I do way less price predictions than I used to, just because it's so hard now to predict anything. Have a nice rest of the day, mate. Gotta go see ya, sleep. Dude, yeah, thanks for stopping by. I always like seeing new names in chat, new people. So, Slider, 25K, I think around that, but it all depends on how many people come in. If not, then probably take 5 years. Yeah, who knows? Not this bull run, but maybe the next bull run. We'll see. I'm going to be honest, if Steamboat UR reaches all-time high, I'm selling and learning from the past. Probably not a bad idea. I mean, it's profit, right? No matter what. You know, anything above whatever you bought it for is profit. It would be great if they gave a unique collectible to those of us who have the complete collection. That would be a good prize for collectors. I think so too. They need to do, I don't know if they just need to convince the licensors or what they need to do to like actually start rewarding set holders, or at the very least have a good amount of the set gated behind owning previous. Like, hey, like, we're gonna do a Star Wars drop. You know what, this is what they should do. They should do like a blind box drop, right? We're gonna do a Star Wars themed blind box drop. Next drop, it's Chewie, Han, and Leia, like whatever, right? Those 3 characters. But if you want I don't know, like one of the other characters, or maybe a variant of Han Solo or something like that, only set holders of like the original golden moments, like R2D2 and C3PO, can like get that drop. So it's almost like a separate drop for set holders while there's another blind box drop like happening. So here's the normal blind box drop, but there's like a separate drop happening that's just for set holders, or you have to own the set to like be able to purchase it or something like that. At least something to reward set holders, because as of right now, the only bonus you're getting is just the MCP bonus, which may or may not be worth it. Vivi needs to unlock the crypto gates and degen money people spend when their bags are pumping. That is very true. There's a lot of talk about OMI to NFT and all that stuff, so we could be getting that a little bit sooner than we think, but we really need another exchange and or an extremely easy way for people to buy OMI and get it onto Veve, whether they buy it directly on Veve, right? Like a just credit card to OMI, or they find a way to make it easier to have people bridge their OMI from wherever it's at to here. Bitcoin at an all-time high, ETH following. Ooh, right now? Dude, the crypto market just moves so much. It's insane. Like before I started the stream, I probably looked at, I don't know, a couple hours before, and like Bitcoin was at, you know, where it was like 63 or something like that. I'm just going to check super quick on my phone and let me follow up with chat. Is there any or speculated reason to try and get a mighty set? I mean, to get the set bonuses and stuff right now, but like so far, nothing is officially announced from Veve or Marvel that, hey, if you own a set or all the sets or whatever it is, that you get some sort of spectacular bonus. Nothing's been officially announced yet, but some people just collect it for the fun of it and they like the characters, or two, they do it both. Like they like the characters and they're like potential chance of, you know, future utility. There could be that. Mark D says to consider yourself a mighty master collector and feel that satisfaction from that. Yep, that too. Incentivize collectors, set collectors. Yes, sir. Veve fans. According to Stacker, Dr. Profit has only bought 6 collectibles and 2 airdrops since Halloween. Do you think Dr. Profit could be a second account? Maybe he is Booze G-Man? Ooh, potentially. I thought people already kind of found out, like, not like doxed him, but they kind of found out like who they were, right? Weren't they like a brothers or something like that? Or am I thinking about the wrong account? Go to moment set holders still waiting for something to happen. Third wish, yeah. Yeah, that too. The wish is just something, right? I don't know. I will say this, it would be awesome to have utility, don't get me wrong, but I don't think everything needs utility. I think if Veve is going to be as popular as we think it is, and there's going to be a lot of people that like Veve and they're bought into the idea of digital collectibles and all that stuff, even if all the original golden moments get 0 utility, just the novelty alone is what's going to attract people. Like that already happens with Pokemon cards and all kinds of stuff. So should they do utility? Yes. At the very, like, I will say this, if Veve says, all right, we can either start giving utility for past drops or we can only start giving utility for future drops. I would want them to do it for future drops, to be honest. I know there's a lot of past drops that were awesome on Veve, and a lot of people own a lot of sets, but it's like, I'd rather have Veve do utility like now and forever than like now and only in the past and that's it, only the previous drops. So weird scenario I brought up, but I hope you kind of get what I mean. Agree with Michael, been holding forever. Yep. Good. I just bought ETH a few hours ago. Let's go. Oh yeah, let's look here. I know it's still down in 63 range, at least according to Coinbase on my phone. Yeah, things are pulling back a bit, but yeah, it did hit its all-time high, but it immediately pulled back like 15%. There's also some weird speculation that seemed to awkwardly happen during the like couple minutes. I guess like Facebook and some other social media websites all just happened to be down for like this small stretch of time. And it all happened around that time. Oh, Illuminati, what's going on? I got a full golden moment set. Nice, Kryptoni. Dude, there's a lot of golden moment set holders. Do you guys deserve something? Yes. Will it happen? No one knows. I hope you guys do. I'm rooting for you guys. I want people to enjoy collecting, and you know, I don't have a lot of sets. I just kind of hope the people that do have a lot of sets get rewarded in some way, or at the very least, let them use their MCP points, like Michael Campus said, on like a solo drop. Like they need to drop something with like 100 mints, and let that be the drop. You know, let people use their MCP points for stuff. Because right now I'm just holding. I'm honestly at this point, like I'm not doing anything with it. My MCP points, I'm just honestly just waiting for Wolverine or some other big drop to happen to actually spend them. It would be nice if Veve at some point introduced more ways where you can kind of use MCP almost on like a daily basis. I mean, that'd be awesome. A way to either spend it or a way to like visibly earn more as you're doing it, like live. Like maybe if you like a comment, there's a little pop-up that says like plus 10 MCP points or whatever it is. I think that'd be kind of cool. I'll be honest, if Veve did that, if I press a like or a comment on a video or whatever it is, and there's a little pop-up that said plus 10 or plus 50 or whatever MCP points, I'd probably be on Veve more often and like just messaging people stuff or doing all that. I'm way behind on chat. I need to catch up. I'm saving my money for the Star Wars Funko NFT drop. Nice. Who's making fun again? That guy, George? I'm not sure. No, George just said he would never, ever invest in Omi on his live stream last week. This was the Nifty Morning Show. All top NFT traders watch. Okay. Well, I'm not a top or crypto trader or, I don't know, NFT trader off Veve. Mark D, but I am going to complete the Disney Golden Moments NFT collection, the first Disney NFTs ever created. This will matter, possibly the most prestigious collection of NFTs the world will ever know. Dude, now you got me hyped. Now you got me thinking in 2035 when the world is not the same. I like where your thoughts are at, Mark D. Kryptoni says you got 41 sets. Let's go, dude. That's awesome. I don't know how many I have. I think I have a decent amount, literally only because I have so many solo sets. Yeah, I have 23 sets. Mostly because I think probably 17 of them are one of one sets. Like there's so many one of one sets that I have, so that helps a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so out of my 23 sets, 19 of them are one of one sets, so that helps a lot. Saving MCP for Wolverine, so is everyone else. People just don't get it yet, all in due time. I agree, Mark D. 811 people own the full set of the Golden Moments as per Omi Daily Burn. Yeah, that is insane. That's very scarce. You know, people own full sets of the Golden Moments as per Omi Daily Burn. Yeah, that is insane. I'm biased, of course, but I totally agree with Mark. I'm biased, but I agree. At least you can admit you're biased. I'm a Golden Moment full set holder. Dude, that's awesome. Dude, there's a lot of you here. I think there's a few others. Obviously, there's a few you guys. Jimbo Lee, Pixel Trader too, I know owns the whole set. There's a few other people too that do it. More people are bullish on Hulk than we expect, than we think. Like the FA Hulk, or are you talking about Mighty Hulk? And don't forget, I think I forgot about that question. Actually, I'm gonna do it now. Let me just catch up with chat. About the villains, like what villains do I want to see for the next? That is the one I'm actually gonna go pretty damn hard on. That sounded weird. That's the drop I'm gonna go spend a lot of gems on. Is the villain drop for X-Men, because, dude, if we get, so we're gonna get Magneto and Blob, obviously, but if we also get like Mystique, Toad, Sabretooth, Omega Red, Scarlet Witch. I'm trying to think of like what other villains I can think of off the top of my head. I doubt we're gonna get like Mr. Sinister or anything like that, because we're already getting Magneto. Mr. Sinister is like too big of a villain to get lumped in with like just X-Men villains. At least I don't think he should be. I mean, there's a 3-digit on the floor if anyone wants that Hulk. You guys are like 3-digit people. VV fan says Platinum Moments versus Golden Moments. I own both sets. I'm starting to like Platinum Moments more. 10 posters under 500 mints. Too many mints with Golden. True, that is actually very true. One big thing in the Platinum Moments favor is the amount of mints plus the posters. Should I stack Hulk Mighty? That's up to you, dude. We'll see. I mean, I feel like if you really believe in the concept of gamification and all that stuff on the Marvel Mighties, I mean, think of it this way. Are people going to pick Thing from Fantastic Four, which has like 30,000 mints, or maybe 20,000? Or are they going to pick Hulk, which has like, what, 2,000 mints, I think? The Thing. How many mints does this thing have again? Let me check. Like, if you're going to play a strong guy, right, in this game? Yeah, there's almost 30,000 things. There's almost 30,000 of these. Either this guy, or you're going to play Hulk. And Hulk has how many mints again? Here. 1,500. I don't know. If you believe in the concept of the fighting game and all that stuff, right? I mean, there's two ways. There's either two ways I feel like mighties are gonna go. They're either one gonna be gamification. It's gonna be awesome. You can like rent out your fighter or your character to other people to use, and you can make Omi or gems, like, you know, the super metaverse picture perfect concept of mighties. Or it's just gonna be glorified like cute little Funko caricatures that is just gonna have no utility, no nothing, and you can just kind of collect sets. I don't think it's gonna be that one. I hope there's gonna be some gamification, or at the very least some utility, you know, if there's not like gamification, some sort of utility. But I think Veve's kind of made it clear, and same thing with Marvel, and like they're really pushing these mighties. So it's like, also a lot of the mighties are being released around the same time of like movies and shows. So it's like, I don't think it's just a fluke. It's very intentional why they're releasing these when they are. So that's awesome. Digital burst. I need a logo truck and skateboard and plan to complete before April. Sick. Only one set. I'm a FA type guy myself. Me too. I prefer FAs. If it's a part of a set, or maybe I get really lucky like I did with Darth Vader. I actually landed the ultra rare on the drop, then I just bought the other two. Or did I get a rebound? I think I got a rebound, and I think I ended up getting the like common and ultra rare. Then I just bought the uncommon in like the market or something. Newest mighties do all look great. I agree. These actually all look very good. Some people don't like Hulk because some people say he looks like a 14-year-old, or like actually more like a 12-year-old. More like a tween. And I kind of agree. Iron Man does look awesome. Hey, stop fighting my bags. I have a mighty thing. I don't know why that was so funny. Like, hey, I own 20,000 of the 30,000. Don't flood my bags. I'm trying to sell these. You know what? I'm just out of sheer curiosity. Who owns the most things? Someone's got to own like 400 of these. There's got to be someone out there. Okay. Well, there's actually quite a few people. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people with over 100 things. And there's one guy above 200 and a couple that are close. Yeah, dude, there's plenty of things to go around. The platinums are the platinums are great, but they ain't the first ever NFT collection. Exactly. Only 4,000 sets that can never be completed. That's not a lot. Very true. Yes, sir. It's just always interesting just kind of reading chat and talking with you guys, because it seems like so many people have different time horizons of what they see. Like, I feel like a lot of whales are looking like 10, 15, 20 years in the future, like minimum. And then a lot of people like me, I can kind of get a glimpse of that. Part of me kind of doesn't care, because I would say, I don't want to say doesn't care, but like I don't have enough, you know, money to kind of just play the game where it's like buy everything scarce or rare or popular and just hold it forever. I actually enjoy like flipping and buying things. I'm like, all right, I know Doctor Strange is going to be low. I'm going to buy that and then sell it when it gets higher. I don't know, you can all enjoy Veve differently, but it's just interesting. Everyone has different time horizons, where some collectibles I'm looking at it as like, all right, this is something I could get rid of here in the next near future, or like this is something I'm holding until, I don't know, some like golden moment opportunity presents itself, but I'm gonna hold it otherwise. So yeah, so villains. Someone was asking me about villains. I think I already kind of explained them all. I think we can just do this, and this will. The ones I want to see personally, and actually I'm gonna close that. You guys can see it. There we go. So Magneto's already on it, we know. I think Mystique would be fantastic as a mighty. Mr. Sinister's too big of a villain, I think, to be part of this set. Me personally, because if we get, how many did we get? 6? How many? Let me double check something. X-Men. Look at Storm really quick. How many were in this set? Was it 6? It is 6. Okay, so if we get 6 villains, I think Magneto, Blob, Mystique, Sabretooth, Toad, I don't think it's on. Yeah, Toad's down there. And then probably either Emma Frost, maybe Juggernaut, only because we already have, or no, probably Pyro. I think those are the 6 we're gonna get, or at least we should get, I should say. Toad, Mystique, Pyro, Magneto, Blob, Sabretooth. Those are the 6 that we should, in my opinion, we should get on this next drop. All of them are going to be FA except for Magneto. That'd be amazing. I'm going to go a lot. Let's go a lot. I'm going to go for it on that drop. I don't think it's that far off vibes. 10 years, everything will be different. I think we're a good timeline is 5 to 7 years on all of this stuff. Yeah. And that's the thing. So you say 5 to 7 years, Fun Under the Sun might be thinking 10 to 12. I'm thinking, personally, I'm trying to think about stuff like a little under 5, right? Because I think a lot of stuff can happen. But some people might be just thinking about this literally next bull run. All right, I'm just thinking about till December and that's it. But if not sooner, this is attached to crypto. Exactly. Omega Red, Emma Frost. I think we should get Emma Frost. Did I say Emma Frost? Magneto, Sabretooth, Blob, Mystique, Toad, Pyro. I wouldn't mind subbing Pyro for like Emma Frost or something like that. Omega Red is part of like a different like team. He's not really tied, I think, that closely to like the original, like the OG group of villains. Like I know him and Wolverine do not obviously like you. Wolverine has like so many arch nemesis. It's kind of insane. But at least with this initial group, I just don't think of like Omega Red. And Mr. Sinister does his own thing too. So it'd be cool if there's a separate drop with Mr. Sinister and all that, but cool. All right, close this. We already talked about the boxing gloves, so that's done. We talked about that. Sentinel might be cool. I agree. I kind of hope they do Sentinel as like a separate drop, in my opinion. Though Sentinel wouldn't be a bad idea. Actually, Sentinel's a very good call. Like a little mini Sentinel. I kind of want Sentinels to be treated like stormtroopers. Like I remember X-Men would just fight just hordes, just groups and groups and groups of Sentinels. So if they put it in this mighty drop, I wouldn't be upset, but I would kind of prefer it either be a mighty with like a lot of mints and you can kind of stack them, or they make it as like a premium digital collectible. Like they go all out with like the detail to everything, and it's actually like somewhat scarce but not insane. Something like around like 2,000 editions. I think it'd be perfect. Sabretooth 200 edition would be great. So you want the secret rare to be Sabretooth? If I had to pick, I think Mystique is probably going to be the secret rare. Like if Mystique or Emma Frost, whichever one. I can't see Sabretooth being the secret rare. He could though, but transforming Mystique would be cool. Yep. That would be your powers in the fighting game. Apocalypse. Could do Apocalypse, Alt-Man. The only reason why I'm not saying like Apocalypse or a lot of these other ones is like, I don't know, like Apocalypse is bigger than Magneto and Mr. Sinister and some of the other like big villains that the X-Men deal with. Apocalypse is like, yeah, it's a galactic scale, universal scale, like the threat he poses. I don't know, this seems like the whole thing with the X-Men, it seems like it's more street level stuff. I don't know how else to explain it, but I just don't see them like introducing like Apocalypse, Omega Red, Juggernaut. Those would be insane. If they, I think they want to get more of like the classic characters out there, like Sabretooth and Blob and Toad. Pyro, I think, is also like a classic villain. So I think they're gonna get them out first before they start bringing like literally the hard hitters. But I could be wrong. Anything's possible. We won't know for at least another month, because so far Veve's been staggering these drops a month apart, like almost exactly a month apart between each other. Like this is the first week of January. Actually, it's easier to look at it this way. Mighty. Yeah, so these mighty drops happened recently. And the X-Men drop was the first week of January. These were the... not January, February, right? When did this drop? Okay, maybe it's been longer. Release date 1/27. Okay, so this happened shortly after the new year. And these dropped... okay, so it's 2 months later. Oh, you know what? Man. Okay, maybe they're a little bit further apart than I thought. Yeah, because this drop happened in December. Interesting. Okay. So far it's usually like the within the first 2 weeks of each month, but yeah, they waited 2 months between this one and this one. All right. Anyway, I'm kind of getting too caught up. Anyone know when the craft reveal for candy is? I'm not sure. Dazzler secret rare? Dude, that would be sick. Getting a Dazzler secret rare. Magneto or Juggernaut will be the lottery piece, non-FA. You know what? You're right, because they did the same thing with Professor X. But they did say Magneto is going to be craftable, right? They said Blob and Magneto are craftable in the article. Let me see the article. Where's the article? All right, here's the blog. Sorry for blinding you guys. Can you load, please? There we go. Yeah, so this one, Venomized. Oh, it's the wrong one. Deadline's here. Does this show us anything? Venomized. Is that all it says? Carnage to be determined. Well, we do know this. Oh gosh, Black Panther. Why did I do that one? I don't know, but the article said, anyway, long story short, the article says that Magneto's one of the craftable ones, and so far every single time the craftable ones have always been the uncommons. So I'm hoping for Nightcrawler. He's my favorite X-Men. Yeah, unfortunately he's not, obviously he's not a villain, so he's not going to come out with his next drop. But if, dude, we still have a lot of good, we still need Colossus, we still need Nightcrawler, we can still get Dazzler, we can still get Morph technically. I know he's just in the comic, or he's in the comics, but originally he was just in the cartoon. Archangel, Iceman, we can still get quite a few like X-Men characters. We just say Archangel, Angel. We can still get them, but we just need another like X-Men drop. Can we get a non-Miney Cyclops animated? Dude, that would be sick. I don't know why every time I think of Cyclops, I think of like X-Men versus Street Fighter Cyclops, where he's like shooting his laser beam and jumping around, fighting. Dude, we need fighting games like that on. I'm not even that good at them, but we do need fighting games with like the Marvel Mighties, either 1-on-1 or like Super Smash style, where it's like you can get up to like, I don't know, 2-on-2 or 4-on-4, something crazy. Maybe the entire Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Yeah, it could be them, or what's called that's like the Morlocks, right? Or I forgot what they're called. They're kind of like mutants, but they're like rejects of society or something like that. It's been a while. Yeah, they did show Magneto Venomized, so I bet the Juggernaut, I bet the house on Juggernaut XR. Okay, you're betting the house, Mark D. I don't know. Some of these SRs have been, they've been bangers. Professor X looking sexy, right? The SR for this one was Winter Soldier. He looks actually decent. Black Panther so far looks the best. Professor X, I mean, he's just handsome. Look at him. Looks like someone I know. Anyway, we actually haven't looked at who's up and who's down right now. We are caught up with chat, so we're chilling. What's up right now, dude? Invisible Woman, Fantastic Four, up 400%. What happened there? You guys all stacking Sue Storm and not telling anyone? Fantastic heroine. So she was going for less than $4, less than 4 gems, even less than 3.5 gems. And now she just skyrocketed. Someone today bought... Why this Sue Storm though? Why the uncommon of all of them? What? You guys look at this? This one guy. Are you guys looking at this? This one person has bought so many Sue Storms. Uncommons. He had to have been intoxicated or something. 1, 2, 3, 4. He bought at least 30 of them. He bought at least 30 Sue Storms. Just the uncommons too. Let me look at the other ones. Like, did these go up too? Like, did the common move up as well? No. Not even the same guy. Like, there's a couple of purchases today, but let's look at the rare. No, that one, only the uncommon went up. Like, what is it about that stance? There's got to be something about it that we don't know. Oh well. I'm not gonna spend more time on Sue Storm. Cassie is up 69%. Nice. Finn Mertens is up. I think if you don't own a Finn Mertens, when he gets back down to cheat, that's also kind of another silly but cool looking FA. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this guy's going for like less than 10 gems. Once he gets down to below like 8, which I think he can, maybe even 9, like 9 or 8. If you don't own this guy's easy season 1 collectible to get. He's fun looking. Also, there's only 7,500. He's not like insanely scarce, but he's not 30,000 mint thing either. So just throwing that out there. Did you get any Wasp comics? I think this was an incredible comic. Beautiful covers, 5,000 editions, OG Avenger. One of the best comics we've had. $3 or $4 is wild. I think it's just unfortunately she's like the least popular Avenger. I did go for the drop. I got just a normal common, which is fine. But I would have rather bought, 3 commons for the same price. But yeah, I mean, if you like her, yeah, buy her. Go for it. It's just tough because there's so much competition right now on Veve with the comics, and it's not just comics versus comics, right? It's also comics versus collectibles, right? Because it's like, all right, if you want to buy $100 worth of FA Wasp comics, you could also spend that $100 on something else, right? Or a different comic altogether. Getting a Lethal Protector #1, which right now I think is like 80 gems last I checked. There's only 1,000 of those. Let's go. What up, everybody? What's up, Kid Arcade? Thanks for stopping by. We're just hanging out. I bought 2 of them, 1 on drop and 1 in the market. Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah, the Wasp comic is pretty cool. Interesting. So Silver Surfer #44. That's the first appearance of the Infinity Gauntlet. That is up 47%. So went up 50%. I guess if it goes from like 1.3 up to 1.8, it is like a 50% increase. Rhino FA, rare, getting a nice little pump. Dark Avengers, Frankenfat. Yeah, these pumps are going to be nothing compared to like what we're going to see later. I remember back in the days of the bull run, I remember looking at the market and like there was multiple pages. Right now, like if you scroll down about halfway down the page, it's down to 15%. I remember back in the bull run, like you could check this back when I was using Ecomi Wiki. There would just be pages of collectibles up like 40%, and then that would change every like 6 hours. There'd always be something else moving or being bought. It was kind of crazy. Never knew the logo was on that. On what? Oh, you must be at the start of the stream. You might be watching from the beginning or something. I might be wrong. But Miss Marvel is down. Big pullback. A lot of these ones that are down a lot, it's just because they pumped a ton. before, and of course there's naturally gonna have a big pullback. Daredevil. Avengers Unplugged. Tales of Suspense. Interesting. I thought this thing was over 1,000 for a minute. Yeah, it was over 1,000 back here. I want to look at the 6-month chart. Interesting. Yeah, this thing's been below 1,000 for a minute. Let's go back a year. Yeah, remember this was one of those SRs that kind of hovered around 1,000 for a long time, but I guess now it's did pump, and now it's pulling back. Interesting. Is this the cheapest Lambo now on Veve? The Blue Nova? I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce half these names, but I think this might be actually the cheapest Lambo. No, now it says it's 34 gems. Let's look up Lambo, actually. I kind of want to look up Lambo on here. I'm not sure how accurate this pricing is, but I'm gonna put Lambo. Let's organize this by floor price. Let's flip it. Interesting. Okay, so the cheapest one is this Oro Adonis. I don't know how to pronounce that, but yeah, this orange one's actually the cheapest one. It's going for 26 gems right now. The Countach going for 28, the white one. I actually might pick this one up. If you guys were kind of on the fence, like, this would be my first Lambo that I own. The other Lambos I did buy, but I sold. One I was profitable on, one I lost actually gems on, so I kind of breaks even. But I do want a Lambo, right? I think this is the coolest looking one for the cheapest price. You get the white for less than 30 gems. Doesn't seem like a bad pickup. Yeah, I remember in start of year 2022, you couldn't get a decent comic for under 10 bucks. Yeah, it was pretty crazy back then. Alpha Flight was going for like 15 bucks. Yeah, 1K. Yes, sir. Alpha Flight was going, yeah, dude, Alpha Flight was like the most memed on comic for a while. Because it was just the worst performing one for a long time. I think there's worse performers now. Let's take a look. We can look at comics and just see what are the cheapest comics right now. Okay, so floor price, we'll do common, and we'll flip it. All right, what's the cheapest comic? Ultimate Fantastic Four number 21. House of X. Interesting. House of X number 1. Some people are speculating that this House of X, like the new X-Men cartoon, obviously we know very little about it. And even I kind of did like an Easter egg thing, which I kind of got info from like YouTube videos and stuff. Like we could start doing House of X storyline stuff. You could technically pull it off. And there's Alpha Flight, third from the bottom. Not the king of the bottom, but you know, he's down there. He's trying his hardest. And Spider-Man, yeah, the Fallen Sons ones are, yeah, they've always, I like the artwork on the cover, but it's just not a popular comic, or maybe it's over a minute, or maybe it's too recent. Yeah, dude, I really like Psylocke as a character. I don't know that much about her, but I always liked her character design and all that stuff. Yeah, the common doesn't do too well. I don't know why they make her look like a grandma or something like that in the cartoon, but, or not the cartoon, but the comic. Maybe I should read it to find out. And there's the Marauders. I mean, the Hellfire Gala, I mean, it's in the cartoon, so. Mr. V, hey guys, what's up, Mr. V? Thanks for stopping by. Checking out the market. Dude, my eye's itching. See what else is cheap. Silver Surfer Black. I do like Silver Surfer Black. Actually, the common cover is the one I like the least. I like all the variant covers. All the variant covers look amazing. The normal cover looks a bit mid, to be honest. But still looks cool. And in case you guys didn't or weren't here earlier, I super quickly just went over this, the different drops. I think at first I thought I wasn't going to use any MCP points. I might use a small amount, but I think these might be worth using because this is a big moment, right? New music vertical, new IP, new a lot of stuff, right? New music, all that stuff. A lot of FAs like involved with this drop. So I do think this one's going to do really well on Veve. Like I said before, I could see this going for like 40 to 50, and it's just kind of chilling there. You know, it's a nice like 3x, 4x profit. Or it could just go parabolic and push like 120 gems just because it's the first jukebox, first music on Veve, all that kind of stuff. First like actual new vertical Veve's had in a long time. Like, what was the last like biggest vertical Veve had that like comics? I mean, Veve, so there's like comics, right? When they introduce comics, it's a whole new way for Veve to make money, and now music is kind of a whole new way. Maybe the artist stuff, like the one of ones, but that's still really only caters to whales and not like that's more for like the whales and the, you know, artists than it is for like the Veve community at large. We'll appreciate it. I think it's cool, but it's just not for me. I think they are going to do some House of X stuff soon in the MCU. It would fit in, but it's just speculation. But for $1, I'll take that bet. Plus, it's a cool story. It is a really cool story. I haven't read it, but I've watched enough like YouTube videos where I kind of understand what's going on in the storyline. I do want to read up on it one day and actually read my comics. But yeah, I think this is going to do fantastic. 4,444 mints would honestly be a lot if it was anything else, like another superhero or like a whatever. But with something like this, I think this is going to do really well. And honestly, if this doesn't sell out, like I'm just going to keep buying these until they do. At least that's my take on it. And then of course the music CDs. And I think the CDs are going to do fantastic. This one, yeah, it actually might be worth using MCP points because there's less than 2,000 of all of these combined. So it's less than half. So we actually have twice as many jukeboxes than we do even ways to play the music, which just means, right? I mean, this is season 1. So we're going to get season 2 and a 3 and a whatever. I'm like, it'd be a bit weird if all Veve did was... you know, Slash Ron English did. They released more jukeboxes than there are like actual musical records you can play on them. That would be a bit weird. At least in my opinion. Yeah, I think this will do fantastic. I think initially maybe the common will go below retail, but I do think, again, because the historical significance, first music CD, first a bunch of stuff on Veve, I think this will like go below 7, but it's going to shoot like right past 7. And probably head to like 20 or something weird like that, making everyone regret selling it for below retail. Because a lot of people are just kind of getting that habit, right? They're like, go for a blind box. If I get the worst thing, I sell it below retail, cut my losses, and that's it. For something like this, even if you get the common, I just hold on to it or just keep going for the drop. Like, I don't know. None of it's financial advice, but that's my take. A guy on YouTube actually reads the comic books, so you can just listen to them. That's what I do a lot. Can't remember his name, but it's a IRL comic book channel. I used to watch Comics Explained a lot. I think he mostly does it digitally, but he doesn't go like page by page. He kind of gives you the brief synopsis. He does cool like pan in, like zoom in and zoom out on like certain panels and stuff, but it's not like a live reading or something like that, which I wouldn't mind doing. I mean, that'd be cool to listen to. So I'll have to check it out. I mean, there's a lot of comic book reads or story arcs and kind of abridged versions you can listen to or whatever. But yeah, and there's another drop that was happening. But it was the boxing glove one with Parker. I think that's going to do incredibly well too. That one is blind box. I thought it wasn't, but then found it actually was. So I think that will do incredibly well too. All right. I'm gonna hop up pretty soon. I wanted to stay disciplined with like not having my streams run for like 2 hours because I do have other stuff I need to do. But unless you guys have any like burning questions, anything you guys want to have me like look up, talk about, comment, Hello, joke. I don't know. Have we talked about Dragon Girl? No, we have not, Adro. That is a very good point. Let's talk about Dragon Girl. There she is. And I'm thankful for whoever brought this up to me. Someone brought this up to me like 3 weeks ago. I think it was because it was on Tokidoki's page on Instagram. It was like one of the last pictures, and the art looked almost identical to what Veve's art style was and graphics and stuff for the last Tokidoki Dragon Girl. Dude, I'm so sorry for this. Honestly, I have no idea the mint numbers or the box price. I have no idea. So this is my first time seeing it. Play this video if you can. It seems like a cool video. I'll have to check it out sometime. This looks really cool. I'll be honest, I have no idea of the mint number. This is actually the first time I've looked at it. Andrew actually just reminded me of the drop. If I had to take a wild guess, I'm gonna guess the mint numbers in the box price right now. I think it's 3,500 editions and 60 gems. That's my guess. Okay, wow, 2,000 editions, 45 gems. Okay, I thought 60 was a bit high, but I was like, you know what? I could totally see Veve pulling a thing where like, cool concept, but just like way too high of a price point. But no, this is good actually. Holders of any one of the following Dragon Girl collectibles are eligible to craft the Sakura Dragon Girl. Oh, okay, so you have to own one of these? I've not looked at this at all. So it's a craft. Okay, you can craft it. Physically powerful creature. Okay. Sunday, March 24th. Okay, it's available until Sunday, March 24th. Editions available only while supplies last. Okay, so when does the drop actually start? 8 a.m. March 10th. That's this Sunday, correct? Okay, so on Sunday. So you just have to own one of these. Holders of any one of the following Dragon Girl collectibles are eligible to craft this. How much are Dragon Girls going up right now? They gotta be going parabolic right now. What's the cheapest one? I think the common gold pink. Oh, it's not. Am I misreading this for the article? Oh, there it goes. So it's at 22, ran up to 39, 31. Okay. So yeah, this was going for 22 gems. Now it's going for 31. I think it's too late. Either you own one before and it's too late. I think what's going to happen is if I really wanted a Dragon Girl plus the craftable drop, I don't know. I think it's cheaper if you just wait after the drop, after the crafting event, and you can buy both, I think, for cheaper than what they're going for. Or you could just go for the craft and just kind of hope for a good mint number. That's another way to like make up your money or your losses. Yes, if you own one. Yeah, so this one is going for 31. And this Dragon Girl, hold on, sorry, this music is getting like intense. Actually, I like this one better. All right, so that's the gold pink. 31. Okay, and let's look at the other one. Dragon Girl. We'll look at the uncommon. That's the next cheapest one. That one's going for 30. It was going for 34, now 36. Yeah, all the prices on these have all just pumped way too much. Interesting how this one went up a lot, like 4 weeks ago, almost exactly a month ago. This thing pumped. I think the best time, if you want to buy a Dragon Girl, like I've actually been wanting to buy one for a while, but now it's too late to buy. I'm just going to wait till after the crafting event happens and then just buy it then. Odds are I might be able to pick these up for cheaper than 24. Yeah, this is really cool. So it's not actually like it's a crafting event. So it's not an actual drop you play. It is because it could be competitive. I mean, there's only 2,000 of these. But I bought a gold pink about 18 not long ago. Nice. No, that's awesome. Yeah, I've been meaning to circle back around because I actually do like Dragon Girl. It's one of the first collectibles I actually end up really liking early on. But yeah, crafting price 45 gems. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think this goes below retail? Like if all 2,000 get crafted? First public mint available though is 21. That's a big one. Yeah, that's actually a pretty big deal. That you can actually get a sub 41 mint craftable. I mean, if you land one of those, that's insane. But if not, you know, it is what it is. I do think people will craft this for basically the gamble, right? And then probably floor for below 45. It's just another blind box, right? You just roll except instead of rolling on which rarity, you're just rolling on the mint number and you just hope you get something low. And if not, you just sell it for box price or higher or whatever it ends up going for. Below retail, in my opinion, 25 gems, I'll grab one. Plus it's a common. True, and a standalone set and all that stuff, so that all that stuff kind of helps. But yeah, is Veve gonna start doing this now? Is this gonna be a new thing? It says a total of 40 editions will be withheld by Veve, but now the first public mint for a lot of the stuff is 21. So is this gonna be the new trend, or is this only for like smaller licensors? Like that's kind of what's got me curious about this like whole first public sale mint thing. It seems like it's kind of changing. What it seems like. But no, dude, thanks for bringing that up, Adro, because I had no idea. I completely forgot about the whole Dragon Girl Silver Black and all that stuff, or just Dragon Girls in general. Dragon Grill collectible. Yeah, there's all these. Yeah, these all, yeah. Silver and black went up 24%. If these prices out of date, okay, what's the current prices? Let's like actually look on Veve and see what's going on. Let's look at the common first. Going for 31. Okay, so the one on Stacker is more current with the pricing. Yeah, Stacker's more current with the pricing. Yeah, it's the exact prices. I don't know how often they update this on my NFT tracker, but it does seem like sometimes it's like 12 hours off or something like that. Hard to tell. Might drop to start and then move around retail later. Yeah. 2,000 anything Tokidoki is like throwing a crumb to a flock of seagulls. Toki fanatics are still not here, it seems. Yeah. But cool. All right. Thanks for all that, guys, and the review. Thanks for hanging out. I changed Iron Man, if you guys didn't notice. Changed up, let Tony Stark open up his armpits a bit and hang out. The silver Dragon Girl is the best. It is. All right, I gotta do this. Make it known. Silver one. We'll do this real quick, then I'll say bye. The silver one, actually I do like the silver one the most. There's something about the gold I'm not a huge fan of, but I do like the silver a lot. I don't know if the silver is the best, but it is up there. Yeah, like the silver gold one. That one looks really cool. I like the silver gold the most, I would say. Just because the contrast between the girl and the dragon and all that stuff. But anyway, that's it. Thanks everyone for stopping by. Hope you guys all take care. And please double and triple check all of your listings so you don't screw yourself over. I'll see you guys next time.